Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine DLC, and welcome back to Geralt's fancy purple pants, which I will change at some point once I have some time to experiment a little bit more with the whole dyeing process. But for now, he's keeping his purple pants, because why not? Anyway, we're still at the cemetery here, and it's actually pretty interesting weather. Do you remember when in the main game I made a remark about the weather in the Witcher world, which is either like sunny or when it rains like really dramatically, like with storms and wind and thunder and lightning and very dramatic clouds, and it's never really just overcast or something like that. But apparently here in Toussaint we actually have overcast weather, at least at the cemetery. Not sure if this will persist once I leave this place. And I do want to leave this place because I would like to continue with the main quest, and I have to go all the way over here for that, to look for the wight's lair. So I will do that. I will make a detour to visit this little structure here. And while I'm in the area, I also want to pick up one of the Witcher gears. It's somewhere over here, the Wolven gear. So this is what I plan to do in the next, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 episodes. But yeah, let's head out and reach the wight's lair and explore a little bit on our way there. And I may shorten the journey slightly depending on what I find or not find. We'll see about that. But, I mean, the weather seems to persist indeed. It's not just tied to this place. I thought they just made it overcast because, you know, of that dramatic scene in the cemetery. But, it's actually like this over here as well.
The hussie's got a waist thin as a rod, but her bum could fit a pack of hounds.
Alright, so apparently, we found another little settlement. The Scarlet Cardinal Inn.
Hey, Edgar.
It's interesting that, you know, this is a very small place, just a few houses, but they do have an inn of their own. Yeah, let's have a look at the notice board. There may be more stuff for me. Squire wanted. I seek a clever lad, one with a good rapport with horses for squire. As an experienced knight, I can promise whoever I take on a fantastic opportunity to learn not just the knightly arts, but also impeccable manners and the ways of high society. Gabriel de Pasternak. Not really my thing, I'm afraid. Looking for a damsel in distress. What? I'm a novice knight errant and I'd like to gain renown for a heroic deed. So if you know of a damsel in distress, let me know. I'd prefer one imprisoned in a tower by a giant, and I'd like her to be no older than myself, that is to say 20 summers. Oh, and she should be as slender as a reed. Hercule de la Masseur. Well, you're quite picky. There are just so many damsels in distress in this world. There isn't not one damsel in distress for every knight, I'm afraid. You just have to find some other heroic deed. Armorer at your service. Hey there, knight. Traveled from afar to visit our beautiful land. Your shining armor lose its shine en route, perhaps in one of those rowdy skirmishes you knights love to throw yourself into, paying no heed to how much your armor suffers as a result. Well, you're in luck, for no matter the cause or the extent of the damage, I can fix it. My prices are very reasonable, especially compared to those in Beauclair, where you'll be lucky to pay just an arm and a leg. Come see me, you won't regret it. Lucien the Armorer. Well, if I need to repair my stuff, this may actually come in handy. Announcement from the Ducal Guard. Due to the knight's tourney currently being held, it is kindly requested travelers do not provoke knight-errants or challenge them to any duels. Non-adherents will be penalized. Deputy Commander of the Ducal Guard, Horace de Funès. Okay. Missing horseshoe. I've lost a horseshoe. It was a good one, with these nice pointy corks. Paid dearly for it, Belhaven. Paid dearly for it in Belhaven, I guess. Don't make ones like it here. Return it to me and I'll give you a bottle of fine vintage in gratitude. Marcel of Bassin. P.S. You will have to bring it to me. I'm not too mobile on account of my horse missing a shoe and all. Yeah, sure, I will have a look for it. Hortense Vineyard closed until further notice. During an attack by hideous creatures resembling overgrown insects, the owner of Hortense Vineyard sustained serious injuries. As a threat is still present, Hortense Vineyard will be closed until further notice. Our sincere apologies. This sounds more like something for a Witcher. I'll take it. And well, apparently I didn't get any new quests from it, but at least a new location. So we have an inn here. The Scarlet Cardinal inn.
Best not venture close.
Not sure if I wanna check out the inn today. We have a shopkeeper and an armorer, which is probably the one that we just read about. It also means that I can probably pay more Gwent here, but don't want to do this today.
Apparently he's no knight at all.
Well, now you're officially spewing tripe.
Okay, I can't see anything too unusual in this place, just, you know, your everyday inn.
Aim to hop on a horse after making merry? Don't even consider it. Welcome to my humble establishment. What land do you hail from?
Been on the road so long, don't know how to answer that. Let's just say I'm from the north.
Ah, is it true what they say? About the war, death, destruction all about?
Exaggerated. Not by much, though.
Oh, forgive my asking about thy family in Edirne, see? So I'm curious. But please, do tell me what I can do for you.
Well, my armor looks kind of black again. It's really weird. It really depends on the light, what kind of color the armor has. So, tell me about your family in Edirne.
Mentioned you have a family in Edirne. Whereabout, if you don't mind my asking?
In Vengerberg? You've been there, perhaps?
Yeah, number of times. It's the hometown of my... friend, let's say. At any rate, pretty town, Vengerberg. Also didn't suffer too much during the invasion, from what I know.
Phew. That is a relief to hear. A weight off my shoulders, I tell you.
Yeah, I hope this puts your mind to rest. Yeah, let's see what she's offering.
Show me what you're selling.
But apparently the innkeepers in this area do not sell Gwent cards. Alright, fair enough. At some point I will probably just, you know, make around and play all the Gwent matches against innkeepers and shopkeepers and so on. But I will probably be doing at least some of it off camera, because too much Gwent in one episode is not too interesting, I think.
Should be going. Farewell.
So let's just leave the inn behind for now and continue towards our real objective, which is the wight. So yeah, I don't know, maybe we can stop by this structure as well.
Now, where'd you get them?
Francola.
Do you like it here?
I suppose this is the name of this little village. And yeah, this is a very interesting weather. We never really had this kind of foggy, overcast weather before. I mean, you can sort of see the sun and the sky, but it's definitely a new experience. I guess they don't talk to me. So, what is this place? Doran Alma Estate. I can't climb over the walls apparently. Not sure if I can actually get inside here. But then again, I may not have to, at least not now. I mean, from my experience, I can say that whenever they put a prominent structure somewhere it usually, you know, is part of a quest later. So I can just come back whenever time is right. Finally, we have another wild boar over here. What are you doing? You seem to be slightly disoriented. Oh, and now we have another one. Careful. These guys are pretty dangerous. Oh, whoa, so many boars all at once. I need to get away for a moment. These guys are a little bit too aggressive for me. Alright. So let's regain some health over here. And maybe we can take on one at a time. Right, I think this one I can take care of now. Oh, well, he's still alive. Now you're dead. Okay, where is the rest of you? I don't see them anymore. Okay. I don't mind. I hate them. I hate them. I really hate them. Okay, let's just continue towards the wight's lair. Oh! There is something over here. What the hell? They are foglets, but they look different. They look very different. Also, I must say, I like the enchantment that I put on my silver sword so much. I'm actually considering to put them on my steel sword as well. I mean, the enchantment on my steel sword isn't bad either, but I think I like this one much more. So I may change that at some point. Okay, so we have foglets, which may be connected to the haunting of the house. Assuming that we are close to it. Yeah, we are getting kind of close to it. Okay.
Bar guests. Never a good omen.
Uh-huh. Bar guests. I always recall ancient memories of spending the nights outside in the outskirts of Vizima. Oh, yes. Alright. Our foglet's dead. I can hear a lot of barkers, I suppose. Yeah, I don't think this is a good sign at all. What's going on here? Yeah, this place screams haunted house like nothing else. There we go with the bargus. Bargus essence. What the hell? Oh, spoons, right. Regis has been telling me about the spoons. Not sure if they serve any purpose. Maybe they're just supposed to scare intruders or animals away.
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something.
Or maybe they're trying to tell me a message. I wouldn't have guessed that, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know if I want to look around a little bit. Look at all those spoons. Polished spoon, metal spoon. This is locked. Yeah, let me look around the vicinity of the house for a few minutes before I enter. I will probably find even more spoons, huh? Pretty sure I can't enter here either. Alright, let's see what's going on here.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around.
Okay. I will look around. Not sure if this is going to help me in any way. I mean, technically I don't need to, like, lift the curse or whatever, because I can just kill the wight, right? But, they're giving me a lot of hints about this curse, so maybe I should find out more about it. A soiled letter. Marlene, my dearest daughter, you've no idea the pain it causes a father to write these words. A father who must abandon his own child ceased to be a father, and his heart shall never know comfort. Sadly, as a result of what happened, I have no other choice. We, along with the rest of the household, must abandon our estate. It is because that curse took you from us, leaving in your stead a mindless, bloodthirsty creature. We shall go north to Kovir, and if you ever read this letter, which could only mean you have returned to human form, you are to look for us there. For my part, I can only promise each year I will send an envoy who will be tasked with checking in on you, seeing if you are alive, and, if so, in what form. Faith that you will once again be my beloved Marlene gives me the strength to live on. Perhaps the curse will not last forever. Perhaps someone will come along you can lift this burden from you. Farewell, your loving father. Well, this sounds like a challenge to me. Okay, so maybe we can lift this, I don't know, woman's curse. Apparently it's a girl or a woman that has been cursed for some reason. So let's look around a bit. Although I'm guessing I'm supposed to look inside the building rather than the surroundings, right? Yeah, let's just see what's going on inside.
What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva.
Well, we have another spoon.
White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred.
Okay, but what's up with all the spoons? What's the message here?
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Are you becoming a spoon critic now? Okay, what's going on here? Well, there is something inside. Stained diary. Okay, let's read this. For a few days now I've been having dizzy spells. I've never experienced anything like this before. If it carries on, although I can't stand witchcraft and sorcery, I have to visit a herbalist. The dizziness has not gone away. Worst of all, it's been joined by pain so strong that at times I cannot see. I've been to the herbalist. A repulsive old crone looked at me like she had seen a monster. She gave me some cursed mixture that I have to drink twice a day. It's not helping at all. Today, like every day, I looked in the mirror and I was lost for words. I usually check that I don't have any wrinkles or bags under my eyes. But today, there are no wrinkles, but I'd rather that they were. I have hair growing on my breast. It's horrible. It's got to be because of those damned herbs. I went to the herbalist to smash her face in, but her chambers were empty. She must have known what would happen to me and lacked it. My family is starting to suspect something, although I'm cutting the hair back, which is growing back faster and faster. I've tried to put the idea out of my head, but I can't hold it back any longer. Maybe it wasn't the herbs that have led to this, but a curse placed upon me by an old beggar whom I had to chase off one time. I have to find out. I want to hire someone who can find the herbalist. I cannot think, and it's getting hard to write. Loneliness, no family. Eat, I want to eat. Not a good spoon, empty spoons. Nothing, eat, it hurts. Mirror, lies, no. Okay. Yeah, the curse has something to do with the spoons. I mean, the writing outside on the house mentioned spoons as well. Like, no spoon will ever feed you, so I guess she
Poor
can't
girl.
eat anymore.
Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant.
That's one way to put it.
Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship must have graced a rich man's table.
Right. I don't know. Can I read again what it said on the outside? I don't think so. But I think there was something about spoons not feeding you anymore, right? So I guess this is part of the curse. Anyway,
No
let's...
spoon you have shall sate you.
Right, this.
Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon.
Okay. So she's collecting spoons because she hopes that at some point she will find one that will feed her.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Well, but... Spoon key?
A spoon
Ticket.
key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. Wight's a true collector.
Spoon key note. This certifies the item up for auction. An antique spoon key forged at the Christopherson and Sons workshop in 1210 belongs to Smeagol Circus, owner of the Pheasantry. This is a reference to Smeagol, you know, Gollum. Okay, well. Let's see if we can find the precious behind a door that is locked
Wight's
by that
obsessed.
key, huh?
Real collector. Thoroughbred.
Yeah, we found out that already. Okay, we can go down here, but before I do that, let me check out... Oh, what's going on here?
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Who are these unfortunate people?
Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense.
Okay, so she tried to, I don't know, force people to sit with her and then they just died.
Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him.
Okay. Yeah, something like that.
No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy.
Okay, so I guess the wight killed them. Decaying letter. Dear Master Levasseur, I know you track outlaws for pay. I have an unusual assignment for you. No doubt you wonder why I have drawn you out here and why we cannot meet in person. You see, in my present situation, any kind of meeting is very risky. Not so much for me as for the person with whom I meet, for I am afflicted by a curse, or, as I hope and why I have turned to you, the side effects of medicine given to me some time ago by a herbalist. Soon after I visited the herbalist, she disappeared without a trace. I desperately wish to understand my illness, so I wish to hire you to find her. When you do, learn as much from her as you can about the medicine she gave me. If my suffering is a result of her wickedness, then make her provide an antidote. I assure you I have ample wealth and will reward you with no small part of it for your services. If it turns out my suffering is not the fault of the herbalist, please let her go. I will then have a different task for you, because this shall mean I am afflicted by a terrible curse which only the gods can cure. I believe it was cast upon me by a certain beggar who came by the manor while I was hosting a soiree for a few friends. If you can find that vagrant, I will pay you double. Sadly, all I remember of him is that he sold mirrors. Mirrors? I am aware this is not much aid for your hunt, yet I trust in your considerable talents and wish you the best of luck. Marlene de Trastamara. Okay, a mysterious mirror man, Very suspicious. Okay, I'll take all of these spoons too, I suppose.
Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Yeah, but I mean, the curse said that no spoon will feed you, so it doesn't really matter how many you collect, because none of them will do, right? Maybe you should just eat with a fork, or something like that. I don't know. Let's check the basement.
Actually does seem like a wight's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here.
Okay.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Well, we have a gold spoon, a gnawed-on spoon, and a silver spoon. And I suppose that is just a normal spoon too.
Wight's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Cauldron I was looking for. Wight's not particularly tidy.
Well, let's see what we can find here.
Table's set. Wight who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. Wight that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it.
I feel kind of bad for this person. I think I should try to lift this curse.
Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
Okay. Well,
Spoon,
I will have a look
ordinary.
for that in a minute.
Maybe a little old.
There are still some parts of the basement that I haven't checked out yet, so... Hide? Oh, I can hide in the closet. But let me see what's going on down here first. I hear something.
Thousands of them here. Wight's been a collector for years.
Ooh. Well. Yeah, I don't think those spoons are going to help you. Okay, this is locked.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
It's kind of funny. He's literally standing on thousands of spoons, but this one spoon over here, this one catches his attention. Okay, I suppose I just have to hide in the closet.
Wight's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
Well, this is a really big spoon, though. Okay, I'll take this too. Words of wisdom on beastly curses. Okay, let's read this too. Monstrous curses and their description. Introduction. Curses that change a fellow into a monstrous creature have existed since the dawn of time. They have a variety of origins and a variety of effects. It normally happens that a mage or sorceress casts a curse on and the spell changes the subject. It doesn't always happen straight away. Sometimes the person who has been cursed changes slowly bit by bit. It also happens that a normal fellow can cast a curse, someone whose conscience is clear and who has done good in their life. Such a person can acquire power, and thus the aggrieved can place a curse on the evildoer. Such curses are strong and cannot be removed easily, thus everything by which human suffering is atoned is long-lasting and painful. Okay, well...
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
That's an interesting read, but it doesn't really help me. Okay, let's go back to the room with the cauldron. And yeah, let's hide in the closet. Okay, she's trying to cook something. Yeah, I will try to lift the curse, of course, if I can. That's an interesting camera perspective.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it.
Do you know?
You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest.
Okay. This might work.
Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
The curse, exact wording. Yeah, please remind me.
Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Okay, it seems to me that Geralt is basically trying to undo the curse by kinda doing exactly what the curse said she could not do. So he's sitting with her on the table, and now
Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
okay, it says no spoon you have will sate you. So I guess it makes sense to just not use a spoon. I mean, I kind of suggested using a fork. Of course, if she's eating soup, she can't use a fork to eat the soup. But I suppose she could just, you know, drink it directly from the bowl. I don't know. Maybe it's as easy as that. I mean, using the spoons is definitely not going to work. I don't see why swapping spoons should do anything, since, I mean, she probably has tried every spoon in this house already. So, I don't know, let's eat without the spoons, right? And we'll see about the mirror part later.
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons.
Oh dear, are you really going to drink that, Geralt? Well, then again, he's drinking all those witcher potions, which is probably just as bad.
Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
Okay, now we're getting to the mirror part. Okay, that was very clever, Geralt. That was clever. Okay, I hope this works.
Think it
Follow the
worked.
stench.
Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the wight. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
Okay, let's follow it, because obviously I would like to know what's happening to her. And I think it kind of changed my quest. Yeah, I do want to follow up on this before I do anything else. So, where are you hiding? I want to see if my cure worked. But I probably have to fight Bargest first. Looks like it. Alright. So, let's pick up the trail again. Here we go. And another one. And let's continue. And get some real food maybe. Some water to wash away the taste.
Shh, easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
Well, she's definitely human again.
I'll take you someplace safe.
Good job, Geralt.
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Yeah, she was cursed.
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, He swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
It wasn't. It wasn't. However, it's interesting that the music in the background is the same that you had in Hearts of Stone when, you know, you were dealing with Odim. So I think he has something to do with this, right? Let me tell you how I did this, because it was not easy at all.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
Alright. Thanks, BB. Also, I actually wonder if his name is a reference to Faulty Towers. Wasn't the one character, John Cleese's character, called Basil Fawlty in that series? I think it was. But yeah, I think we're done here, so...
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Let's say goodbye to BB. And, I don't know, can I talk to her, or is she just busy eating for now?
Tasty. So wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess she just has to eat for now, so let's leave her alone. But yeah, we managed to get some saliva anyway, right? Le Cage report back to Regis. Where would I find him? Okay, he's at the cemetery again. Okay, I will do that, however, I think not in this episode because this is long enough. So let's make a cut here, and in the next one I will turn over the saliva to Regis and see what else we have to do then. And depending on, you know, what happens then, I may, you know, start some side quests again. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So yeah, as usual, thank you for watching, and see you again next time.